Hello, friends. In today's Do This Today episode, I want to suggest a simple practice, but one that can fill our day with the divine. And this is to repeat the name of God, or to call on God in the back of your mind and heart throughout the day. In India, this practice is called Japa, and it involves putting into practice the biblical commandment, really, from God to learn to pray unceasingly. And in order to do that, we have to get our minds quiet enough to be willing to call to God and not to take the name of the Lord in vain, which is to say sort of just randomly repeating, but to call with real devotion, even if it's just for 30 seconds or a minute. You know, this is something that, like many things in yoga, you don't have to start at the level of perfection. In fact, it's kind of would defeat the point in a way if you had to, because everybody would just give up. They wouldn't even bother to try. Oh, well, I can't do it perfectly, so why bother? I can't tell you how often that mentality sort of strikes. It's like we just think, oh, well, you know, maybe those other people, maybe those saints, you know, they can do it. They can figure this stuff out. No, that's just me. I can't do any of that. Well, turn those little naysaying voices off. You have a volume control in your control panel. Turn the volume down on that, and turn the volume up on just the call to God, for in the language of your own heart. I've always appreciated that phrase, call to God in the language of your own heart. Doesn't have to be the language of my heart or the language you've read about in scriptures. Doesn't have to be the Heavenly Father if you're much more oriented towards the Divine Mother, or to God beyond form, or maybe the divine, you can't even relate to the divine in any outward form at all. Maybe you can relate to the divine as being your own highest potential. Whatever's next for you, whatever's beyond, call towards that. But let that call well up from your heart. This is a lovely way to extend and continue the after effects, the blissful, peaceful after effects of meditation, is to begin to call the name of God as you finish your meditation, and then just let it percolate throughout your day. Remind yourself from time to time, if your mind slips away and gets too engrossed in whatever, noise, commotion, gossip, all the things of this world that kind of start to energetically pull our consciousness downward magnetically towards self-identification, towards negativity in one way or another. Just wash through with the name of God. Again, lovingly, devotedly, but practice the name of God. Practice calling and chanting the name of God, and you'll know great joy in your life. And ultimately, it will become an unceasing prayer. Namaste.